What is up, my howlers? Later here, and a new era of Michael Myers has arrived. Feels like just a week ago, the trailer we were all waiting for came out into our homes. Now, finally, the most beautiful night arrived on October 19th, the official release of Halloween 2018. I have so much to say about this movie, guys, and honestly, this isn't really a review, but more of a retrospect. Or you know what? It's more of a retrospect slash review. So yeah, let's go with that. And also, guys, before I continue, beware spoilers if you guys haven't seen Halloween, the most recent one, the original, any of the sequels. Just I recommend going back, watching these movies, and come back and watch this video. But yeah, guys, before I enter into the theater, I was walking around dressed up as Michael Myers. You guys saw that video on my YouTube channel. Trying to hype people up for the movie. And I actually have like a little story to tell, but that'll be for another video. But yeah, we were all excited. I can tell. We can capture the atmosphere that's going around with, and you can really feel that people are excited for this movie. So after I had my fun and went to the theater, and I was waiting for the movie to begin because we get all those trailers and all that behind the scenes stuff. But yeah. Then finally, the Universal logo appeared, and my heart honestly just dropped, guys. The movie's intro was freaking amazing. It was very ominous. It had that classic font, which actually caught me off guard. It was just perfect. That part, my heart was just pounding. And what I love about the film's intro was that soundtrack when Aaron was speaking to Michael. When he was about to show Michael his mask. That scene was both scary, and you know what? You actually kind of feel bad for Michael because it has like that sad song going on. But also, guys, what's the name of that one song that was playing? Because in the whole scene, when he was talking right before he was gonna show Michael the mask, because I checked the soundtrack list and I don't see it there. But I really want to know if it's maybe in, I don't know, in one of the vinyls maybe by the because I know Mondo had a couple exclusives. I don't know if it's like that song's an exclusive. Which if it is, then that kind of sucks because we'll never be able to hear it. But hopefully someone does release it online or something like that. But because honestly, that's one of my most favorite songs in the whole soundtrack. It had a very emotional atmosphere in that scene. Again, like you kind of feel bad for Michael despite him being this pure evil. The scene that was so awesome to see in theaters was when Aaron showed Michael the mask and the other patients were acting hysterical, and Aaron yelling, "Say something" to Michael. I mean, it was in the trailer, but not the whole "say something," because I heard that was in TV spot. But actually seeing it in theaters was freaking amazing, guys. It's perfect, and I'm actually really and again, I'm actually super happy I didn't see any TV spots because I saw the movie and then I saw some other TV spots and like, oh shoot, that was actually already showed the full, the entire scene where Aaron shows Michael the mask. So yeah, I'm really glad I didn't see any TV spots because that was actually a surprise for me. But the scene that really got my heart pumping was when Aaron really screamed, "Say something," and then the title screen appeared in all its glory, Halloween. Then, the opening credits, the pumpkin inflating into its fullest form with that new theme playing. At that point, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was fighting the tears. And actually I have numerous reasons why. One was because 3-year-old me remembers being terrified of both Michael and his theme that played when he was near, and the other becoming this obsessed fan that I am today. I didn't think I was going to get that emotional from the opening credits alone. Actually, I had no idea if we were going to get the classic opening credits. I mean, I'll admit, like I wondered, maybe we'll get something similar to the opening credits. So actually seeing the intro in theaters, like the new intro in theaters, was honestly one of the most greatest things in my entire life. At the time of this upload, or during the editing stage when I'm recording the audio, I saw this movie twice, and I do plan on watching Halloween, but I don't know when this video is going to be released. So because I do want to watch at least once more. I still got those same stimulations watching it twice. But last thing before we move on, I love the meaning to the pumpkin being rotted at first and having reversed its effect because of the bad sequels that killed the franchise. And I'm not saying all the sequels are bad, but most of even the bad sequels I still enjoyed. But they kind of did destroy the franchise, like I'll admit. So yeah, and this, but also I like that the pumpkin indicates that Michael's return, or Michael is returning after 40 years. After the opening credits, we get a reintroduction of Laurie, which I really enjoy this reincarnation. And honestly, is my personal favorite, and in my opinion, is the best I'm going to get. Because I love how genuine her character is, and I love how you can really feel the pain and scars left by Michael, both mentally and physically. And she has this rage, but also fear of the inevitable. As this goes on, we get introduced to Laurie's daughter Karen and her granddaughter Allison, which aren't my favorite characters, but I think it's because we still have to get used to them, you know, because we just had all these other characters, and they're just gonna introduce more characters. But mostly Allison though, because Karen actually had an importance to the story. But for me, Allison feels like she needs more. I feel like her character is one of those characters that was slowly getting development and shaped out throughout the movie, but she wouldn't really have an importance if they didn't do a sequel. You know what I mean? It's like, why have this character if you aren't gonna really do anything? And for me, you know, I kind of hope they do something with her, because at this point she was kind of pointless. But that was just me. She was just screaming around, not really doing much. But it's too soon to tell now, and I hope they prove me wrong, and we'll see a badass version of Allison in a sequel that I hope ends up being good as this one, just as good as this one. But also, before I move on, I want to get rid of the negatives of this movie, so the rest of this video could end on a positive note. Alright, the first thing is the humor, and not all the humor, because a majority of it is actually pretty funny. But there are a few scenes that it just felt unnecessary humor, like the scene didn't need it. But I'll let you guys decide on that. That's just my preference. It's not really a big of a deal. It's just me nitpicking. But another one that's also just me nitpicking is when Dr. Sartain, or Saltine, I don't know how to say his name, wears Michael's mask. Like, I don't mind him being a psycho, because I actually love that. He's the complete opposite of Dr. Loomis. You know, they're like both trying to understand evil, but one of them, Dr. Loomis is trying to kill evil, but the other one's trying to help evil, so you can understand it for his personal interests. But did he really have to wear Michael's mask? Like, it kind of made the scene unintentionally funny, but yeah, it kind of ruined the scene, the fear factor of that scene. You guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that was me just nitpicking. All right, my last nitpick is the dialogue we didn't get to hear in the final cut. Like, it was in the trailer, but it wasn't in the final movie. Was when Laurie said he is a killer, but he will be killed tonight. Like, I was really looking forward to that. But the other line that I was really looking forward to was when Laurie says Michael, all playfully, but you know, I know why they cut it out, because it would have made her too fearless and too confident, especially because that dialogue was most likely in the original ending. I hope to God we get a director's cut with the original ending that is said to be anticlimactic, and also hope all the deleted scenes are there, because I want to see Aaron scaring Dana with Michael's mask. I mean, it's funny, because when I was watching this movie, I kept telling myself, Aaron and Dana are a total ship. Like, am I the only one who would ship these two? Well, that deleted scene pretty much confirms it. I recommend checking out that deleted scene with Aaron and Dana. It's both hilarious and cute. One last thing I was a little disappointed by was the Halloween dance. Like, they showed it a lot not a lot, but they showed it in the trailer. And I was hoping they would do more with it. And it was a big miss to not have Michael go to that dance and kill a ton of people left and right. I really wanted to see Michael go on a rampage, but I could see why they didn't do it, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it right now, it wouldn't really fit with the story, so it doesn't bother me that much, but it still would have been cool to see. I was just hoping for an homage from Curse when Michael goes on a rampage and kills a ton of nurses. But overall, that's it for the negatives. Now let's get back into the positives. The cinematography was really good in my opinion, and very visually appealing, which is what I loved about John Carpenter's Halloween, which honestly, I don't want to say it imitates it, but it does its own style in this one. And I really love the way the mask is represented. It's just as good as the original, because, like in the original, it has a lot of hues, like those blue hues. But in this one, it ranges from like blue to red. Especially the red, because we've never seen Michael in red hues before, so it's always that classic blue. So I give them huge props for trying out something new. Another thing they did phenomenal on was the mask. The mask looked different at each angle, which I find pretty scary. Also, I think James Jude Courtney did an excellent job of playing the shape, because it feels like it's the same guy from the original. unlike the rest of the sequels, because when I watched those movies, I couldn't buy that it was the same guy from 1978. It was obvious that it was a new actor, but in this Halloween, it did feel like it was Nick Castle playing Michael the whole time. So when I found out James Jude Courtney played Michael for about 97% of the movie, I believe, I was surprised, which makes sense to me because as a 3-year-old, when I first saw the original Halloween, it felt like I was seeing my childhood fear again after many years. I'm going to be honest with you guys, that thought actually made me pretty emotional while watching this movie. Also, in the first time in many years, I was genuinely afraid of Michael Myers. This reincarnation made him ominous and mysterious, just like the original, which is really frightening. But what added to the fear factor was how brutal he was in this movie, which makes sense to me because as a 3-year-old, when I first saw the original Halloween, it felt like I was seeing my childhood fear again after many years. I'm going to be honest with you guys, that thought actually made me pretty emotional while watching this movie. Also, in the first time in many years, I was genuinely afraid of Michael Myers. This reincarnation made him ominous and mysterious, just like the original, which is really frightening. But what added to the fear factor was how brutal he was in this movie. It's like he was saving all this momentum for 40 years and just became something much worse than what he already is. And I find that terrifying because what could be more evil than pure evil itself? This leads to my favorite thing about this movie. It has how they just emphasize what Michael is. And again, like Dr. Loomis said, he was just purely and simply evil. And that's what I love about this movie, how it's implemented. And that interview tape with Dr. Loomis is just perfect and sums up everything about Michael's character. The dialogue from that tape is both scary, ominous, and very mysterious. There is one last thing I want to talk about before I finish this review/retrospect, which is the conclusion of the film. It's a good balance of closure and cliffhanger. It leaves it open for many possibilities, but also leaves on a mysterious note about Michael facing his fate. I really like the meaning behind the theatrical ending, because it feels poetic to me that they have to trap evil and incinerate the body. It's just awesome. Plus it made sense why he was supposedly killed this way, because in the original universe, Dr. Loomis killed Michael by incinerating the body. And in this current universe, he suggested termination by doing what? Incinerating the body. Both an homage and a perfect ending. And oh yeah, they have a post-credit scene, sort of. If you wait till the end of the credits, you can hear his breathing, which indicates Michael's still alive. I personally like that because, come on, you can't kill the boogeyman. It again leaves you wondering, how did he escape his fate? Again. Just like in the original. A mysterious way to end Halloween night. Well guys, that sums up my review/retrospect. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was an instant classic, just like the original. Question of the day, should they continue with the already planned sequel, or should they leave it on a mysterious note to be a mirror film of the original? Well, let me know in the comments below, and have a kick-ass Halloween guys, because this video should be uploaded by the 31st. I'll see you guys in the next one.